Hey everybody, this is Steve at 1000 Year Homes. Welcome aboard. So I am building a house that was designed to last 1,000 years. So everything I build in there is 1,000 years. But building that out off grid on a little parcel of land. And so I'm doing restorative agriculture at the same time. And I gotta tell you, having two projects, major projects at once is very difficult. It's a challenge. But to add to my challenge, if you've been watching, let me rotate. Work on my fields. When I first got this, these were in pretty good shape, but they had a lot of mesquite in them. So they're slowly overgrowing with mesquite. And so I spent the summer with a backhoe, a couple of weeks off and on, digging all the mesquite out. Looky there, almost all the mesquite. There's one little mesquite right left there. He's weird, and I'm gonna see. I might let him grow a little bit so I can cut him and turn him into boards. So he might get a reprieve. There's one mesquite back there, but I have a bigger problem. So the Brad came, my farmer friend, and sowed rye seed all over this, and I spent a couple of days shredding everything, got rid of all of the ragweed, all of the broadleaf. And look, it doesn't show up as much on the video. Right there, brand new. Hog dig, right? And that would not seem like a very big deal, but let me turn on my ATV, and you and I will go for a little drive here. Oh, I gotta hold in the clutch and do this. This is very difficult. Hold on, let me hit. All right, let's do a little ride. I got my ATV started. I'm driving one-handed and filming. So one little hog dig. Oh no, yesterday, look at that, 6 inches, 8 inches deep, two little hog digs. No, looky there. That one's 100-foot span, 50 foot across. There's a little break, another 100 feet. Listen, I don't know what they're after in that ground, but whatever it is, this field, they have made this unusable, and they've killed it. That rye seed's not gonna dig up in one night. This is one night. Looky there. One night. Now, I'm taking this a little bit personal, and I'll show you why. All right, let's pull up along my fence line. Looky there. You can't, all this 100-foot wide, 8-inch, 6-inch dig hog churn on land that was smooth yesterday. Now, I'm gonna look at my neighbors. Look at me. Now, my neighbors have been here for a long time, so I'm convinced that they're grandfathered in and the hogs don't punish them and don't like me because I'm the new kid on the block. That's what this field says. Let me rotate. My side, hog dig as far as you can see, the end of this 10-acre field. Hog dig. Their side, that feels a little personal. That feels a little personal. Since the hogs are getting personal, I'm going to get personal. I'm going to get a night scope. I'm going to spend money on a trap. I don't even like to hunt. 0% hunt in me. I'm too old for it. It's too darn cold. I could be in with my warm slippers on, but no. They've started this. They've started this. I have to finish it. Listen. Another plausible explanation might be this was where I had the heaviest growth of mesquite and also the heaviest growth of the ragweed and the broadleaf. Another thought is maybe that ragweed and broadleaf made tubers, right? And they're digging up the tubers, or the mesquite has the mesquite wood borer in it, and this is where the grubs are. And let me start moving. Look at that. I can't even run an ATV over it without it beating the crap out of my kidneys. So it might be that the hogs, if you know what they're after, and it's just the wood borer beetles and it's the cedar boring beetles, I can't drive in that one too deep. If it's just those things, then maybe they'll get a reprieve and I'll hunt them back to just, you know, 2 or 3 or 4. But I cannot spend, it costs money to throw seed down. It's not cheap. It was about $700 worth of seed. And to have these hogs come in and destroy that which 2 men did with, man, maybe Brad had his son working here too, in one night, to destroy our work is discouraging. It's discouraging. And I feel bad for people that have 600 hogs on their property. I don't know how they're doing it. If I had planted trees, you know they would eat them. So I would have lost all my trees in one night's dig. And trees are not cheap. They're a lot more expensive than ryegrass. So there we go. Now that's the end of this trip. Tomorrow night they'll be back. Now I'm gonna get my box blade on, and I'm gonna drag all of that and do the work I already did and do it again. And I don't got time for that. I'm supposed to be building a house, and put me in a house. That was passable. I mean, it was a little bit rough from being old, but if I would have run it over with an aerator, a heavy aerator with a couple of barrels of water holding it down, I think I would have had a reasonably smooth field. But I can't now. I have to regrade it, and once I regrade it, then I got to reseed it. And I'm getting nothing out of those hogs. Let me tell you, they're not. They eat up all of the native animals. They eat up the horned toads. They eat up the snakes. They eat up our roadrunner eggs. They eat up our anything that nests on the ground. Anything they can find, they kill and they eat, and they don't belong here. Now I'm going to complain a little bit at hunters, because what's happened here is people go out and they hog hunt 1 or 2 nights in this nice little designated area where they've been feeding the hogs, and they're lazy and fat, and they can sit in a little blind and shoot them. And so people have been moving the hogs around, buying some land. Oh, I'll make a little hog hunt. Well, they don't stay on your pastures, do they? And people go and they hunt 1 or 2 times, and then they abandon them, right? And they leave these hogs to run wild. Texas is telling us, the ag people are telling us that we are spreading the hogs ourselves, and they don't need any help. They can do three breedings of hogs a year, and up to what, 8 to 12 offspring, and no native panthers to hunt them. I've got one bobcat out here that I videoed, and he's going to be busy. I was hoping the coyotes would hunt these guys down and eat their little babies up. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. This field, listen, I am not after native animals. You take a look at my field right here. I got little gophers. I'm going to leave them be. I'm going to leave those little gophers be. I'm just going to rake their digs every year, throw a little seed down. I don't care. Gophers, what they do is they make runs of channels where water then, when it gets in, can run all over and fill up. They help prevent flooding. But that's hog. It's killed the grass there. I'll have to bring in a box blade. I can't rake that. It's full of weeds and vines, and it's all a tangled mess. It's not like that sand, that's little gentle sand that gophers have pushed up. I could take a landscape rake over the top of that and put it right back. In fact, the rain might just wash it down. That, I can't even run a landscape rake over it. There's a little, you can even see their hog snout. See where their little nose went right in there? See that? 1, 2, 3 sniffs. Sniff, sniff, sniff. I don't know what he ate out of there. But for sure, I didn't need him making that hole in the middle of the field for me to get my kidneys punched while mowing, or a cow to twist a leg because it can't see. It's just one I wish, if anybody's doing anything other than shooting feral pigs, if they move a pig, they're doing a grave disservice to the state of Texas. We do not need that. They will move themselves as is. So stop moving them to hunt them. Go where they are, hunt them where they are. That's a better deal. I would let, at this point, a well-experienced crew, not some nabobs with a 6-pack in their hand, but experienced crew who wants the thrill of chasing hogs around at night. I'd let them hunt them. so I don't have to. But I don't believe in alcohol and guns, and I don't want to hunt, but I got to do restorative agriculture. I cannot leave these invasive wreckers of everything, not just my field. This didn't just cost me money. I know that they have eaten something that should be left alone. And, you know, we're already running low on horned toads, and we're running low on the black Texas whip snake, and there's some cool things we're running low on: quail and ground nesting birds of all kinds, turkeys. I'm not interested in the hogs eating all the turkey eggs up. So, but here we are, getting my kidneys punched while I go across the hog dig. And I'm only exaggerating slightly if I do this. That's just slightly, like Jim Carrey in Pet Detective. But it's almost that bad. And if you mow a field for 2 days, at the end of 2 days, you will be punch drunk. I guarantee you, from all these hog digs. Have I ranted enough? I am stuck with this problem, a problem I don't want, that's lost me, because I spent all summer with my backhoe. You can see it on the videos, digging out all the mesquite. I have got that field looking pretty darn good. Then Brad, the guy, farmers, I'll seed it. We go in tassies on seed, and we seed just rye seed. Nothing special, but you know, you lose a third of that anyway. That'll never germinate. So a third will germinate this fall, a third will germinate in the spring, and a third will never take root at all. So, you know, and then the hogs come and make sure that I can't be successful. This is just ridiculous. I feel bad for Texas, just the ground beneath my wheels. I feel bad. It's just too torn up. Oh, I talked about nesting birds, and look, I'll drive right up there, and we'll see. I'll see if I can spook them out of there. I had Bob Whites when I first moved in here. I could hear them in the ground making their little noises. I'm driving out there again, so bumpy. My apologies. See that? See that? All those were little Bob White or quail or something. I didn't mean to run them off. I'll leave them be. Look, they're gonna land over there. You can't see because they're so small. Now, how are they gonna nest if the hogs can kill a whole 10-acre strip 100 feet wide in one night? I tell you, this is just awful. And I feel bad for people who got it worse than me. I'm not planting, corn or something that they need. But I got some ideas, right? Restorative agriculture. I want some trees out here. And I bet you those hogs won't let me have those. So anyway, the ground hogs, all right, fine. I'll live with them. I'll rake them with a landscape rake and get them back in shape. I'll turn off my thing. Stop yelling at you. I'm sorry for yelling. I'll adjust that post-processing so I'm not yelling so much. But there you go. This field looks great. I am really excited. And to come out and all excited and see that some darn old pigs in one night have undone so much work all along the entire fence row, and then all the perimeter. Wow. Anyway, I don't I don't know what I want to do here, but I don't want to have to hunt it myself, and I'll get some traps and we'll do some stuff. I'll find some way to give away the meat to people poorer than me, I guess. I don't want to eat this hog meat wouldn't be too bad, but you know, the juniper berries are going to give it a little zing. I don't particularly like a little zing. Give me chicken. Give me a good steak off of this field full of mahea any day of the year. Give me an old boar. Nope, I am not eating that gamey thing that's eating grubs and bugs and fire ants. That meat's gonna taste awful. I bet you turn it into dog food and the dog will turn his nose up. But put it over a slow roast it. I've done that with a pig on a spit, and you can make a pig taste good given enough time over a fire, like 8 hours. Then he's all tender and drops from the bone and all that. But here I am, stuck with a problem I don't want. an invasive species that's got to be governed because we don't have wildcats and we don't have the wolves and we don't have the apex predators that will take on a hog, I guarantee you. And I miss, when I was a kid growing up, I miss the guys that come out. They'd come out with their hunting dogs, and they were professional, and they would get permission, and they get 500 acres tract of land permission, and they would run them hogs down. And I was with crews, I've seen it with my own eyes, where guys didn't even use guns. They run them hogs out while their dogs were busy. A guy would run in with a finishing knife and cut the hog throat, just like that. Hunt a whole night, never fire a gun. Didn't even have to listen to boom, 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 boom. So obviously, if I have to bother getting a night scope and doing all that, I'm going to get a silencer on the end of that thing, a suppressor, so I don't have to listen to my own recoil, and I'm not waking people up in the middle of the night. What a ridiculous problem to have. But here I am. Have I complained about 14 minutes, 15 minutes and 40 seconds of me complaining about pigs? But listen, I've spent 3 weeks on this field this year just getting it ready where I could maybe run a landscape break over it and an aerator and maybe get it smooth again and maybe save this field. I don't think I can ever cut hay out of it. I think I'm going to have to graze animals, herd animals on it from this day forward. I don't not think I can prep it enough. We'll see. I'll try. I'll try my best to get to that point, but gotta solve the hog problem. All right. Like, subscribe, follow me along. This is Steve, 1,000 Year Homes. You saw no home here because I'm way out in the off grid over there. But I'm doing restorative agriculture. I can't miss a season. So I gotta build and I gotta farm at the same time. So like, subscribe, follow me along. Thanks much, everybody. Bye-bye.